Today we've come together to celebrate Ralph's birthday. But Ralph has taken the example of President Monson and taken all of us older single women out to lunch or dinner once a month. So we dubbed ourselves Shipp's Crew, and we have the nautical flavor going on. We would like to commemorate this day. We have a song that we'd like to sing for him. We have made a birthday card for him, and inside we have the inside we have Shipp's Crew consign, and we also have a copy of the song that we've taken the liberty of adding a creative second verse to, a favorite childhood song, Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So with that, we come into port after exploring many ports of call with Brother Shipp as our captain.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to just hold it.
Oh, hold it.
You want to sing with us?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
A low key.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Scoot, scoot, scoot your feet on your way to eat. Wishing you a happy birthday makes our life complete. Happy birthday, Brother Shipp!
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is my wonderful crew.
Your crew.
I like to call myself the second favorite daughter. This is the favorite right here. And my incredible sister Laura has put together for you, Dad, the most magnificent birthday present ever. This is the story of your life. And it starts all the way back in 1927 when you were born. And there's your mom and your dad. And goes through each decade with highlights from Dad's life. So I know that you're going to really enjoy it, and we're going to really enjoy having it. So Laura put hours and hours and hours and hours of work into this, and we're very grateful for it.
That's why she's the favorite daughter.
Well,
Exactly.
As for being the favorite daughter, it is kind of like real estate. And my father and mother were in real estate for many, many years. And the one thing they taught me was that you judge real estate by three things. And those three things are location, location, and location. So when it comes to being the favorite daughter, I would venture to say it's related to location, location, and location.
That's right. You wanted to live in Lenore.
Yeah. So,
We love you.
but
And let me say this. This is my daughter here who just got married, 3 or 4 months ago?
4 months ago.
She's been on three honeymoons. So I don't know how many honeymoons they're going to have this year before they quit honeymooning. But they just got back from England. She was in England and just came back on Thursday for this wonderful occasion. They went to Nova Scotia and all the places up there. So they're still honeymooning.
Here you are.
With them.
Bob Kemper over there, that's my new son-in-law. And I bet you nobody in this room can beat me on this. I got a phone call. This is Bob. I'd like to have your daughter's hand in marriage. Is it okay? I says, absolutely, Bob, go at it. When you're 96 years old, you don't get very many of those phone calls.
You're 90, Dad. I hope you're not getting them again when you're 96.
I wanted to see if you'd catch that.
Love you, Dad.
Love you.
This is one of my best friends, and I just want you to know how much I love you and appreciate you being in our lives, Jerry. And I'm sorry I couldn't learn how to play bridge. You keep working at it, and I will too.
Thank you, Darryl.
All right. You ready for this?
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Dan Hopgood. His brother-in-law, Patsy, was my sister. And all my life I've known him. But we spent about, 15 years traveling together RVing. We'd meet up for a week in one area, stay there a week. And by the way, for the week, my sister Patsy said she could only stand Ralph and I together for a maximum of 7 days. Then we had to go. But just a few things about how good he is at RVing. One time he pulled in with a fifth wheel that he had just bought, and I had a place set up next to me. He gets out and says, "Park that thing." I said, "It's yours. You park it." He said, "I can't park that thing. I'll miss." So I backed it in, got parked. The next day we're going down the road in his truck. He said, "The only thing I don't like is these mirrors don't go out far enough." So I rolled my window down and shoved the mirror out. He didn't know the mirrors extended on it. That's how good he was at RVing and traveling. But we had fun, and we always ate good, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And let me say something about this guy. He's a retired colonel out of the Army, Green Beret and all that. And then he went to work in a citizen's place, tank company, and he went through that and retired out of that. So you're looking at a double dipper here. All you people are paying his way now.
And thank you very much. I appreciate every dollar. Okay, somebody else.
Back in about 1992, I was home from my mission. I was living in Idaho, and Ralph and Patsy were going to go do a big tour of the West. So my parents and I drove down from Idaho to meet them in Salt Lake City. Now, my mom, when I went on a mission, she got a job in a potato processing plant working from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., and it was just hot, horrible, miserable work, and that was to support an idiot kid out on a mission. And we got to sit there in a restaurant with Ralph and Patsy, and we had just the most wonderful time. And we got in the car afterwards, and we were headed back up to Idaho. And my mom sat back, and she said, "That was worth it. That was totally worth it." I can see now what all those nights working resulted in, what the result of that was. And getting to know Ralph and Patsy as they joined the church is probably the finest accomplishment that I've had in my life. And I'm so grateful to know him and his influence and to be a part of his story. And thank you all for letting me come. I came in from Memphis this morning just for this event, and I couldn't be happier to be here. So thank you very much.
With Westinghouse afterwards, so he's also a double dipper. We appreciate you guys supporting these double dippers in our family.
Well, this is not about me, this is about you, all right? I'm Ralph's brother-in-law. He married my sister, Patsy. This was quite a few years ago. We grew up in a little place called Potomac Heights in Washington, D.C. And I've known Ralph since the time that he went swimming in the river. In fact, he was a wild man, believe it or not, swimming in the river. Back in those days, it was considered a pretty dangerous place to be swimming.
That's enough.
So he survived that, and was the leader, I might add, of the more rascals of the time, doing the dangerous kind of things that you shouldn't be doing. I couldn't swim, so he was always a backup to save me. Any rate, we've had a wonderful relationship over many, many years. And we hope to see him having many, many good days. Ralph?
Thank you, Roy. We went over to Sasebo, Japan to visit him, and he took us down to the spa. Japanese spa. Boy, that was out of this world. We thought we were in heaven. Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you.
To know, do you have any pins?
I just have one left.
My understanding was when he joined the church, he had just been selected as the Methodist Man of the Year. Isn't that right?
Yes.
What a guy. We've known Ralph for a few years, and we've watched him be so nice and kind to people, and he certainly has been an inspiration to us and our family. All of our kids know who Ralph is. And we've all collected pins from Ralph. And I was just kidding about if he had any more. I think he just gave us 5 a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, we're glad you made it to 90. We hope you had a whole bunch more.
Well, I tell you, I've got a plan. My group here that you saw, I've got it all planned out that they're going to keep me in existence until I'm 100 years old, because they don't want to pay the bill for taking all these 9 ladies out to supper each month. Gopher in my, she gets a list from all the ladies, and they go out. She goes out every Saturday to all the yard sales and thrift stores and everywhere, and she fills this list, 10 cents on the dollar, and then she brings it back to the individuals, and they have to take it into their house and find a place that they can put it. They've got completely, their houses, all their houses are completely full of bric-a-brac.
Let me have that microphone. Let me have his microphone. That meal that he's talking about, we all get once a month. It's the best and the only good meal I have once a month.
Thank you. They're all wonderful ladies. And you know what? If the prophet can have Brigham Young can have 32 wives, there's nothing wrong with me having 9 women, right?
Sweetie, you got an accent talking? Behave. Anyway, we wanted to tell you that you've led an amazing, inspiring life, and we hope that you've had a wonderful year.
You've raised an amazing grandson, and he is a very good roommate.
I wrote this script. I made her say that. Anyway, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
You know what, Carrie? Thank you so much for helping me with this video. Here, take a pen. What am I going to do with that?
Write a letter to a friend.
All my friends are dead.